Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to What's on Tap, hosted by Derek Agler. This is episode number 76, guys, and we just came away with one on episode 75. If you missed it, you've got to go check that one out. That brew definitely hit it on the spot. But guys, today's a different day. It is a rainy, cold day in my area, but that's not going to stop me from having a great day and having a What's on Tap kind of day hosted by Derek Agler, guys. I'm bringing you in the spirit. It is October, so in the spirit of October, we know what holiday is right around the corner. Yes, folks, that is Halloween. And around here, we love to celebrate Halloween. I'm sure you, wherever you are, you may or may not enjoy Halloween as well. You might not like getting scared. You may love the spookiness of everything. But I'm here, guys, on episode number 76, What's on Tap, hosted by Derek Agler. And I've got one just to kind of get in the mood, guys. I've got one from Brooklyn Brewery. This one is the Post Road Pumpkin Ale. This one here, it is brewed and bottled by the Brooklyn Brewery in Utica, New York. This is an ale brewed with pumpkin and spices. It is a 5% ABV. And as you see, there's, I don't even know how old this one is. I don't. It happens. And if you guys know me at all, you know that I've got a funky, eclectic collection of beers. Wines, meads. I've got a little bit of everything. Ciders. Just a little bit of everything, guys. I like to kind of keep. I just kind of like to keep the box open and think outside of it. I'm not really one that likes to just stick to one thing. Although I do. My go-to, if anyone knows me, anyone has seen this show, the second episode number 2 of What's on Tap, hosted by Derek Agler. I did my absolute. It's my go-to, guys. It is my numero uno drinker. I mean, it's my, not every day because I do not drink every day, but it's the beer I drink the most. If you guys have not heard of it, it is Heilmann's Old Style. It's the beer, guys. It is. I mean, I've done 76 episodes now, rated over, I want to say I'm in the 80 beers, rated over 80 beers just on this show, guys, and I've drank way more than that in my younger years. Who has? Well, some may not have, but if I would just entail that list, it would probably be really, really close. I mean, in number to a lot greater than what it is. I can't put a number on it, guys. I could say thousands, but then, I mean, people would be like, holy cow, how's this guy still walking and living? I don't know if it's that much. I don't even know if it's 500. I do know that it's a lot more than 80 beers that I've drank in my entire life. Different beers. But guys, on this show, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna enjoy life. We're gonna enjoy the day, even though it's rainy. If it's sunny where you're at, pop the top, go out on the beach, watch the sun, and listen to me talk about beer. I mean, come on. I can throw some sports in there too, guys. As always, I can throw a lot of different things in there. Life lessons, just kind of anything. But I really love, guys, I love talking about beer. I like drinking beer. I don't love drinking beer. That would be a lot extreme. But I like drinking beer. I love talking about it. I love to talk. I love to bring people together, and I love to open people's minds. And also just let them realize there's more to life. There's always more to life. But on episode 76, guys, What's on Tap, hosted by Derek Agler, we're hitting up the Brooklyn Brewery Post Road Pumpkin Ale. And like I said, guys, I have no idea how old this one is. It could be a year old. It could be 3 years old. It was in my fridge, so it is what it is. Probably gonna be some sediment in here, so we'll get that out. See if there is. It's a little heady. Not tremendously. I mean, nothing crazy. I mean, I get a little hint of pumpkin. I smell ale. I mean, it's beer, and it's older beer. But that's what I'm getting right now. You get a little Post Road right there, y'all. A little bit of that Post Road. So, guys, I'm I'm gonna try some of this. I mean, and if you've seen this show before, look at the head on that. So that's an ode to the great one who's up above. Mi Padre. Miss you, man. I got a pumpkin on the nose. Little bit of that cinnamon. Maybe I don't think there's coriander in here, but let's see what we have to say. So on the top here, in the 18th century, colonial Americans brewed wonderful and interesting ales using local ingredients. That's the way to go. Barley was the principal ingredient, but pumpkins were favored by brewers for their rich, spicy flavors, which melded perfectly with malted barley. Post Road brings you a delicious rendition of this traditional American classic. Well, I'll be. I still get the pumpkin on the palate, guys. I still get it. Still there. Not going anywhere. Burp a little pumpkin. I don't mind it. Not a huge pumpkin person. I know they do all the pumpkin. Sheesh. I know this time of year it's like pumpkin everything. I'm surprised that your mainstream, like your McDonald's and your Burger Kings and your Wendy's and such, they don't have a pumpkin burger. Like, I'm surprised that they don't have a pumpkin burger. Because, everything else is pumpkin coffee, pumpkin donuts, pumpkins. Hey, it's a pumpkin fest. Pumpkin soap, pumpkin lotion, pumpkin scent, fragrances like pumpkin candles, pumpkin this, pumpkin that. It's all about pumpkins. It's nuts. And to me, it is blowing my mind that these big time fast food chains don't have a pumpkin burger. You ever had pumpkin blossoms? Oh yeah. The flowers on a pumpkin, pumpkin blossoms. You can actually cook those up and eat them. Yes, you can. I did it when I was little. Every fall, my grandma would fry up. She would batter them. She'd dip them in her egg, batter them up, put them on the skillet, fry up pumpkin blossoms. And I would eat fried pumpkin blossom sandwiches. You throw 2 pieces of bread, some mayo, some American cheese, boom, in the middle of your pumpkin blossom. It's delicious. If you guys ever get the chance to get pumpkin blossoms, try them, eat them. They're phenomenal. It is one of those things where you can just go out, right out in the open, just right out in a field, and boop, there you go. So next time you pick some pumpkins, guys, why not? Ask the farmer, ask the place you're at if they mind if you take some blossoms, and grab yourself a few, take them home, clean them up, put them in some eggs, some batter, bam, put them in that skillet, fry them up, and there you go. Like I said, always put mine, 2 pieces of bread with some mayo or some Miracle Whip. You put your blossoms, your cheese in the middle, bam, there you are, you eat it up. And I used to do that a lot, guys. A ton of times. I don't know how many times I've eaten pumpkin blossoms, but it's been a ton. And I'm not a pumpkin fan. I'm not by any means. I don't get aggravated or annoyed. I just kind of find it, I guess, a little humorous to me that everybody just goes pumpkin crazy this time of year. But hey, whatever, to each their own, So this is going to be the pumpkin episode here. I've talked about the blossoms. You guys want to talk about carving pumpkins? I like carving pumpkins too. I do. I really like carving pumpkins. I guess the best thing for me carving pumpkins is roasting the seeds. That is the best thing for me, is to dig out all the guts of the pumpkin, get them seeds, boom, wash them off, clean them up, and just put them in the oven. Put them in the oven and just roast them up. Whew, they're a lot better. I think that was a bug. Ooh, I think it was a natty gnat. They're so delicious. So, like I said, I'm not a like pumpkin pie. Like I'm I'm good. Like you got pecan pie, I'm in. But pumpkin pie, not a huge fan. I'm just not. Now blossom seeds, love them. But actual pumpkin, I mean, if it wasn't for the blossoms and the seeds, I mean, in carving them, obviously, because carved pumpkins are cool. And you get to do that with, like, family, friends, your children. Like, it's just fun. Like, it's cool. Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm different. It is what it is. I'm different. I always will be. Oh, I see him now. There's a gnat over here, and he's just really aggravating. And you know how you can never get a gnat? Still didn't get it. Like, these things are good. They're better than a fly. Flies I can get. I've never in my life met a fly that I could not get barehanded. And there's a trick. A very, very, very interesting trick that you can do barehanded, and you will, I mean, seriously, 90% of the time, easy, and I'm probably low, you'll get the fly. You'll get him. Dead. Get him. Done. It is a secret technique. I'm not going to show you today. I've let on so much incredible knowledge. I mean the uses of pumpkins, guys, like the blossoms, the seeds. Like I'm really just, you know, some people might not have thought about this before. Like, oh, hey, what am I? I'm just going to throw all these seeds. Why not roast them up, eat them? You know, you can flavor them however you want. Lemon pepper, salt and pepper, cinnamon, sugar, brown sugar. I mean, maple. Like, you can do a ton of things. Honey. Like, it's endless possibilities, honestly. Really. And, you know, that's something. Like, it's just me thinking outside the box. Like, hey, what can I do anything with this? Like, can I do it? Like, why not? Do it. I mean, why waste? Like, that's another thing. Just, there's no reason to waste. You know, I mean, see what you can do. We're getting on. I'm gonna write this down because I had to go through this whole every episode. I had to redo everything the other day, and it was a little bit on the tedious side. I took a while doing it, but it was worth it, just to have everything like up to date now. Because I didn't have everything up to date, and it was kind of like I wanted to do an episode, but then I was like, man, I don't have everything up to date, so I'm going to be kind of like at the same spot I've been at of, you know, doing an episode and then having to go through everything and not knowing like what was what, and I just didn't want to keep doing that. Like, and I have no idea how long this one's aged. I know it is. It's older. It's got to be at least a year or two. But I have no clue. So I'm just gonna put parentheses that it was aged. I just have no clue how long. I mean, if I had to guess, probably a year and a half, 2 years old. Because I'm sure I didn't get this last year. I'm sure it was probably before that. There's a lot of older beers in the fridge. I guess not. I mean, not a lot. I can't say a lot. I venture to say there's at least 12 older, different ones in the fridge, just sitting there hanging out. But, and I've obviously, you know, I've got my old styles in the fridge, always ready for a Bears game or Cubs game, or a Blackhawks game. Really get the earthiness from the ale that they used, from the pumpkin. Pumpkin still sits, there's not a ton. I mean, not a ton of spice, guys. Like nutmeg, cinnamon, not a lot. I mean, you get a little bit of the nutmeg with the pumpkin. Not a ton of cinnamon at all. Not a bad thing by any means. I just don't know where you rate something like this in the grand scheme of things. It's good. But I wouldn't say it's anything that's like, whoa. It might be around that level. I'd say it's better than that one. So I'm in the 50s, the 40s, like. I mean, it's not in the 30s. It's not a 30 beer. It just isn't. It could be due to age. It could be due to, just not really liking pumpkins. But this is, if you do like pumpkins, you would love this beer. I don't like pumpkins. I think this is a pretty darn good beer. So, I mean that was just a different one there. I think it's better than that. It's definitely better than that. I did not really appreciate that one as much as others probably would have. So I'm there. So I'm at do. I really put that one above that one, huh? Huh, interesting. Yeah, it really didn't do anything for me either. It wasn't bad. It was at 58, so excuse me. I'm gonna be like absolutely flabbergasted. Okay. I was gonna be absolutely flabbergasted if I did not have a number 59 and I just went through all this and it's all redone, and then I don't have a 59. I would just probably kick myself in the head while I was sitting down and fall over and just stay there. Probably what I do. I mean, pretty close to that at least. We'll get a little more in this one here. Got about half. It is aged. It is. I can tell now. This one's at least a year and a half, 2 years old. Easy. I can just smell it on the beer. I guess that's something. I mean, I've gained that I guess I've never really realized until this point right now. Is smelling this beer. I can tell you that it's between a year and a half and 2 years old. I just can't. Just by the sheer smell of the beer. I mean, I think I've been aging beer for a long time, huh? Yeah, this is probably closer to the 2 year mark. Yeah, this is probably a lot closer to the 2 year mark. I'd say I'm pretty darn close. Might be on the echelon above too. But it's still got a little head in there, so it's kept that. So it's kept the carbonation. So I doubt it's 3. But it's also been bottled, just hanging out, chilling. So, I don't know. Good question. Very good question. And you get a little bit of the spice on the old burps. And yes, that was a yawn, and I've not slept the best. Happens. You know. So, we've got if you're just joining us 18 minutes in, you've missed sitting here and looking at me. Other than that, you've missed out on me talking here, and I'm still trying to debate here on my listing in my head, mouthfeels, everything, just rating this one. It is better than that. So I mean, it's definitely sitting in the upper 50s at the moment. And I'd say it was probably better than that. See what old Heinzer's seeing, it was better than that. So we're now moving up a little bit more. Let's see here. Oh, amazingly enough, I would say it's better than that. So I'm just looking over things, and this is interesting to me. Episode 39, I did a Shipyard Smashed Pumpkin Ale that was aged 3 years, 8 months. Okay? I'm just guessing, that this one was probably purchased at the exact same time as that one. And I'm telling you guys, it was a year and a half, 2 years. Wouldn't venture past 3. But I will change in this and say probably 2 to 3 years on this one, age-wise. Because we're in what year is it? 23, I think. I think it's 2023. Yeah, it is. So, I might have had this around even longer. It very well might have been even longer. We'll just guesstimate at 2 to 3 years. I mean, let's get a real good estimation. So that was 3.8. We'll just do. And I wish I knew. I really do. Maybe I can get a visual here somehow through the light. Nope. Ain't happened, Captain. Nope. I don't even know where the yellow was. Yeah. All right. It looks like a 2.5 or a 3.5, but I obviously know that that's not. Or a 6. Yeah, I don't think 7 is right. I don't know. I can't even venture to put it on. But I'm trying to remember and reminisce about episode 39, the Shipyard Smash Pumpkin Ale. That one I think was pretty good. Pretty good, I think. I'm telling you, this one's old. It is. I mean, I'm telling you, it's probably 3. I can tell. I can just smell that, just like age on it. I can't tell you exactly. Like, oh no, oh, this is definitely 2020. Huh? I can't say that. Like, but I'm trying to think if this was in the house, like COVID time, pre-COVID or post-COVID is what I'm trying to figure out. Because pre-COVID, this took a trek to get here. Post-COVID, it's more than likely been here. And I just don't know. Like, I just don't really know. I care. I want to know. But I mean, it's just kind of a drop in the bucket here of I don't know. Like, throw a needle in a haystack or 4 and go look for it forever. I mean, I guess you could see if they still make this stuff. I mean, that would be a thing. Or when they stop making it, that might be able to tell me something. You know, sometimes some of the beers I drink, they only make them for like a really short period of time, like maybe a year or like 2 or 3 years. And then they don't make them anymore, or they just stopped, or it was just like a limited release or an offshoot of some kind. And those beers are always fun. Like, those beers are always so cool. Like, I love those beers. Just my flying dog from last episode, that dark berry. Fire. But I am here. We are looking into the Brooklyn beer here. And actually, the sediment, if there's a ton of sed, that would actually tell me a good inclination. But there's not. There's not a ton of sediment. Let's see if there's a bunch in here. And I don't know. I'm actually going to check here. I can get one more here. Let's you get here. So you can smell the pumpkin. You smell the ale. It's an older beer. Pumpkin and nutmeg, guys, is what you get there. A lot of pumpkin. Middle of the road nutmeg. But more, boom, yep. Ha. Yep. So I just poured out the sediment, and that's the sediment. So see, I'm looking at this now. I'm guessing this is probably a 3.5. I mean, I'd say it's probably 3.5 years. So I'm just gonna guesstimate and say it's a 3.5 year. I'd say it's relative to the Shipyard. I'm going to put it right behind the shipyard at number 56, though. So this one is our new 56. So then we go through here, and anything post 56, we just drop it. Not like it's hot, we just drop it. And anything post 66, 56, you doofus. I almost wrote. Yeah. So anything post 56. So this is the thing I do here. Oh, what in the world is this phone doing? Being all crazy on me. As you know, I go through and re-rank. And I do. I started doing this when COVID struck. And I've actually kind of enjoyed doing it. It was kind of like my thing to do, like something to get into. You don't know what's going to happen with things in COVID. And I'll be honest with you, I was scared. I was super scared. Didn't know what was going to happen. Didn't know if I'd live or die. Just all those questions, and you didn't have answers. And then you just have all this stuff like going on, like whether it be with the government or people in general, that people were going nuts, man. It was just it was a crazy time. It was a trying time. And I just knew that, man, I've drank so many beers, like so many different ones, and good ones, bad ones. Like, wouldn't it be cool if somebody would just like come out and be like, hey, man, like, I'm gonna rate beers and we're gonna have some fun doing it and just talk, life, love, happiness, peace, love, and happiness. We're gonna talk, have a good time, just conversate some. I'm gonna rate some beers, check them out, drink them, let people know about them, and this and that. And I've liked doing that. I've really actually liked doing it. And I kind of, I guess, also wanted to. If I get Guinness Book of World Records, that'd be sweet. But I really that would be something awesome. I'd love to have subscribers or followers. That'd be cool. Would I want to make this my full-time job? Absolutely not. There's more important things in the world. But I like doing this, and I think it'd be cool to keep doing it. I think it'd be cool to like have a Guinness Book of World Record of like the most like YouTube episodes on one thing by somebody. I just think that'd be cool, It'd be neat to me, at least. I've always wanted to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. It'd be sweet. But that's just some of the things, guys. Like this has kind of been, I guess, an outlet for me at times. Sometimes I'm down, sometimes I'm up, just like everyone else. But I'm not gonna let it affect. I'm not gonna let it affect me too greatly or too negatively. But I just want to say thank you to everyone who ever does watch this. I do appreciate it, and I hope that I can bring kind of a nice, kind of different presence in your lives when you watch this. And I'm always trying to do things better and be better. So definitely let me know. But again, appreciate anyone and everyone who has ever watched this show. We'll just go into it. Episode 76 of What's on Tap, hosted by Derek Agler. We did the Brooklyn Brewery Post Road Pumpkin Ale here. It was a decent one. It was good. If you like pumpkin, you gotta try it. I'm not a pumpkin guy. If you guys watched anything before this, 2932, you would also know that I am not a pumpkin guy. But we wrapping this episode up. We're putting this one on number 56, just behind the Shipyard Smash Pumpkin Ale from episode 39. But guys, continue to think outside the box. Continue to be better. Continue to be helpful. Continue to be kind. Continue to be loving. Continue to be peaceful. And the world will be a better place. I promise you that. for episode number 76 of What's on Tap, hosted by Derek Agler. I'm your host, Derek Agler, saying have a great night and an even better tomorrow.